Hi guys, welcome to a Reheated Cup with Laurie. Today I am going to be doing a YouTube tag video. Had no idea these existed until I started participating in some online YouTube mom groups to connect with some of you wonderful individuals. And so I found this blog post. It's 50 questions you've never been asked on YouTube tag. And it's from the Mama's Losing It blog. I will post a link to these questions. So if you want to participate in this tag, check her out. Love sharing the love for other mommy bloggers. So here we go. What's your favorite candle scent? Okay, so I'm obsessed with Barco. So anything that smells like Barco is a win, which is kind of a little bit like coconutty, but not really. Check it out though, they make really good, yummy stuff. What female celebrity do you wish was your sister? Oh my God, I don't even know the answer to that question. Sister, I would say, I don't know if this counts because it's two of them, but the Olsen twins, and that's only because that's really the only female celebrity I ever paid attention to growing up. And I mean, come on, they're cool. So what male celebrity do you wish was your brother? It's a hard question. I don't know. I was always really obsessed with Hanson. I don't know if I'd say I'd want them to be my brothers though, because I had crushes on them when I was younger. So maybe that's a weird one, but I don't know. I don't think I have an answer to that. Maybe JT because he's cool. Okay. Or was cool. Let's see, how old do you think you'll be when you get married? Okay, well, I'm already married. Wow, these are made for younger YouTubers, I guess. Do you know a hoarder? Yes, I do. I think I know more than one, actually, unfortunately. Can I do a split? No way. I have never in my life been able to do a split. One of the reasons I stopped doing gymnastics is because I am not flexible, nor do I have coordination. But my oldest daughter, Caroline, is phenomenal at that kind of thing, and she can already do like forward, sideways, whatever split. Super impressed. But no, I cannot, nor could I ever. How old were you when you learned to ride a bike? Honestly, I don't remember. Pretty young. I grew up in Florida, and we spent like 99% of our time outside playing in the neighborhood. So I would say at least kindergarten. So 5. How many oceans have you swam in? That's a good question. I don't know. I'm a world traveler. I've been all over the world. So I've been to so many continents. I'm just trying to think of what I've swam in. I would say maybe 4 or 5. How many countries have you been to? Again, I don't know the answer to this question. I should probably add it up, but I will just name a few of my favorites. So the first international country I ever went to was Mexico, which isn't necessarily my favorite, but it's a lot of fun and I love the culture there. I've been to Tanzania. A really unique one is I've been to South Sudan. Not a lot of people can say they've been there. I've been to Ethiopia. I've been to Kenya. I've been all over Europe. Probably my favorite place in Europe is actually Germany. I love Germany. I'm in the Bulgaria area. That rhymes, Bulgaria area. I've been Costa Rica, Peru, Ecuador. My daughter's been to Italy, Ecuador, Hawaii, but that's the US, so it's not a country except for, well, I guess it is a country, it's the United States. Anyways, but I've been to a lot, and actually my oldest daughter has been to quite a few as well. We are a traveling family. So is anyone in your family in the Army? I don't believe the Army. We do have lots of Air Force people in my family. Actually, well, the answer to that would be yes, because my grandfather was in the Army back before the Air Force, I believe, was a thing. So it was like the Army, Air Force first, so yes. What would I name your daughter if I had one? Well, I have 2. I love classic Southern names. So we have Caroline, who is named after a really dear second cousin of mine, and then Ella J, who's actually named after the town that my dad's side of the family, my grandfather's family, is from, and a lot of them still live in that area, and I always thought it was a beautiful name, so we named her that. Anyways, If I had a son, what would I name him? Well, when we had our second daughter, sorry Ella, but I was kind of hoping for a boy, and I really liked the name like Junior because my husband's name is Jacob, and I actually really like the name Jake. I don't know, for a man, obviously I'm married to Jake. I think it's sophisticated, it's sexy, you can have Jake or little Jakey when they're younger, and I don't know, I like the name. So I would have done Junior. But when I was younger, I had 2 twin friends named Patrick and Riley, and I always wanted to name the little boy Patrick and Riley. I don't know, it's kind of weird, but I don't think I would do it now. But anyways, oh my gosh, this is hard. Okay, and we're only on 13. So 13, what's the worst grade you got on the test? An F. I've got plenty of Fs. I'm dyslexic, for those of you who don't already know. So I definitely struggled a lot when I was younger. But excelled as I figured it all out. So if you have any questions about your children and dyslexia and learning disabilities, seriously reach out to me. I need to start blogging and talking about that more because I experienced it firsthand. What was your favorite TV show when you were a child? I don't really remember. I liked all of like the Nickelodeon shows, like Camp Weewa was fun. I liked that show. And Are You Afraid of the Dark was always really cool, and Goosebumps. What did you dress up as Halloween when you were 8? I have no idea. I was a vampire and a pumpkin a lot, so probably one of the 2. Have you read any Harry Potter or Hunger Games or Twilight? So I've read most of the Harry Potter, but I've not the other ones, but I have seen all the movies from all 3 of those series. Would you rather have an American accent or a British accent? Well, I have an American accent, and I think it'd be really cool to have a British accent, so there's my answer. Are your grandparents still married? Well, technically, I only have one grandparent that's alive, and so when my grandma passed away, they were married, yes. Have you ever taken karate lessons? I think I always wanted to when I was younger, but I never did. Like, karate always seemed really cool, and I don't know why I never did it. Do you know who Kermit the Frog is? Yes! How could I not? Ooh, just moved my desk. Getting a little excited over here. Okay, number 22. What's the first music park you've been to? I think Disney World, Magic Kingdom, probably. I lived in Florida, so we would go to Disney World and Universal, but I think like Magic Kingdom was probably my first. What language besides your native language would you like to be fluent in? Well, I would love to be fluent in Spanish because a lot of people in the US speak Spanish. I also speak a lot of German. Sprechen Sie Deutsch? So I would love to be fluent in German and Spanish, and honestly, like hundreds of languages. But again, I mentioned I was dyslexic, and language is kind of hard for me. But actually, German is something for some reason that I pick up really easily. So probably German. Okay. Do you spell the color gray G-R-E-Y or G-R-A-Y? I would say A-Y because I'm phonetic. Is my father bald? No, he's got very thick white hair right now. He has gone gray, but he's not bald. Do I know triplets? I don't think so. Do you prefer Titanic or Notebook? Oh my gosh, that's an easy one. I was born in the 80s, so 90s kid. Titanic 100%. Saw it probably 5 times in the movie theater alone. So yeah, Titanic for sure. And I'm a huge, or was a huge Leo fan when I was younger. Have you ever had Indian food? I believe so. What's the name of your favorite restaurant? I don't know, I don't really have one. I really like Zitenia, I think is how you say it, in DC. It's really good Turkish food, like really good. Have you ever been to Olive Garden? Yes. Do you belong to any wardrobe stores or warehouse stores? Sorry, Costco. No, I don't. I should, but I'm like kind of too cheap for a membership, so I always borrow family members. When your parents have named you, I don't know what they would have named me if I was a boy. It's a good question. Mom, if you're watching this, tell me in the comments what you would have named me if I was a boy. Okay, 33. Oh my gosh, we're almost at 10 minutes. I'm gonna try to go faster for you. If you have a nickname, what is it? I don't really have a nickname. My dad calls me Lo. Kind of. I can't think of, oh yeah, I do have a nickname from when I was little, Scooch. Duh. My dad always called me Scooch. Okay, favorite person in the world? Ooh, this is a really hard one because I have 2 daughters. So tie for Ella and Caroline. Would you live in rural area or suburbs? I feel feel like the suburbs are kind of rural, but I do live in the suburbs now. I do love living in the suburbs that are like close to a city. Like we live near Atlanta and I love it. Let's see, sorry, I got a phone call. Okay, 37, do you sleep with a nightlight? No. Oh, can you whistle? Sorry, I skipped one. Can you whistle? Yes, kind of, a little bit. My daughter's actually really jealous that I know how to do that. She really wants to whistle. Do you eat breakfast every morning? No, I'm a mom. Do you take any pills daily? No. Do you have any medical conditions? I mean, nothing like really serious, but I'm in my 30s, so sure I have a few. How many times have you been to the hospital? I'm not really sure, but definitely a handful. Have you ever seen Finding Nemo? Yes. Where do I buy my jeans? Usually at Nordstrom Rack. What's the last compliment you got? I like your hair color. I have kind of like a blondish silver gray and people really like it. Do you remember your dreams in the morning? Sometimes I do. What flavor of tea do you enjoy? I love green tea and chai tea. Actually, the best tea I ever had was in South Sudan. It was kind of like a chai, milky, really sweet amazingness. I have no idea what it was though, so I could never remake it unless I go back there. How many pairs of shoes? More than I can even count, unfortunately. What religion do you raise? Will you raise your children to practice? We are Christian, so that is what they will be raised on. We also have all kinds of different religions in our family. How old were you when you found out Santa wasn't real? I don't really remember, but I was in elementary school for sure, and I'm pretty sure my sister told me, and I was in denial for a while. And I was super pissed at her for telling me that, because I'm like, what? Like, why? Why would you ruin that for me? Because I kind of knew. I just needed it to be confirmed. And then, of course, being the younger sister, like, that stuff always kind of happens. Sorry, Ella, but that's the future for you. But I still love Christmas. Do you have a Tumblr? No, but I have a WordPress, an Instagram, obviously a YouTube, and a Facebook page as well. So that was 50. Wow. Okay. So that took me 12 minutes. So if you are still hanging in there, I mean, kudos to you. This is a long video to watch, so who knows? But if you are still here, then that means you're really interested in me and you like me. So if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. Wow, I'm being really weird today. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you next time on A Reheated Cup. And tag your it, anybody out there who wants to participate. Follow the link to these questions, and make sure you tag me in your video. Bye-bye.